the 3 levels of impact and how you can make a greater impact in 2023 in your business and everything that you do, so that you can reach the lives that you are called to reach. So those of you who do not know who I am Angela Brand. I train authors, coaches, and speakers to turn their mess into their message so that they can be in position to make millions and reach millions. And look, you guys, I'm so super excited to bring you the Fire Girl Masterclass Series. I hope you guys have been learning, growing, taking notes, all those different things. So if you're coming in, please like, share, comment, let me know where you're coming in from, and all those amazing things. We're going to be talking about the 3 levels of impact and how you can make a greater impact in 2023. And I know those of you are purpose-minded, you ambitious, you know and understand your level of purpose. I want to drop some nuggets on you so you can take that impact to a whole nother level, so that you can really, really, really reach the people that you are called to reach. And it's my sole purpose is to make sure that I ignite the fire of 1 million women, so that every time you get on the stage, you can speak right and coach in your fire. Every time that you get in front of an audience, a potential client, and anything that you're doing and you're speaking, that you can make the impact that you need. So if you are ready, go ahead and grab your pens, your paper, and let's get into the 3 levels of impact. Before I do that, I want you to understand how your gifts and talents work. We all have unique gifts, unique talents. Some of us have the gift of healing. Some of us have the gift of leadership. Some of us have the gift of motivation, inspiration. Some of us have the gift of gab. We can really talk our way into some things. When you understand first how your gifting operate, now you can know how you want to impact people. Now you know why you're going to impact them and what is your direct assignment. And the first thing to impact them is figuring out, how can I touch their life? How can I touch their life? And some people feel like, you know what, I need a touch from the Lord. I need a touch in a special way. I need to be touched in places in my emotions that I've never experienced before. Some people need a touch spiritually. Some people need a touch mentally. You got to understand, your impact can touch people in a way that nobody else can. Your words can touch them. Your words can move them, compel them to do something that they've been putting off for so long. Sometimes you're in an atmosphere, whether you're at church, whether you're at a conference, and you feel touched. I don't know about you, but certain things really touch the intimate parts of me, and it changes me. Some of the things that touch me are things that I've been yearning for. And you don't know, your audience may be in a place where they feel like, I need a touch from God. I need somebody to touch me and to move me in a way that I've never been before. Some people have the gift of touch that can bring healing to somebody. Some of your words can bring healing to somebody. And when you know how to operate from a way that you're touching them, you're touching the depths of their soul. You're touching the depths of their spirit. You are moving them in a way that has never happened before. Especially if you have the gift of singing, instruments, as well as your speaking. Now you can touch them in ways that can never thought they can be touched. Some songs that I hear touches me. Some songs that I hear literally move me from one energetic place to another energetic place. And when you understand how your giftings work, now you can touch them. What happens is we don't take the time to nurture our gifts and talents. We don't take the time to cultivate our God-given gifts so that we can touch the people that we were meant to touch. The second level of impact is bringing about a change. Once you touch somebody, they can change. once you touch them, they can come out of despair. They can come out of rejection. They can't come from a low place to a high place because you touched them in a way that brought about change. And if you don't know how to develop this, now that causes you to go inside of yourself to see what God placed on the inside of you. And some of us have a change anointing, that we can speak and prophesy change into somebody's life. We're talking about a level of impact that you may never know that you can make in the world. And we hear it all the time. I'm making impact. But how? How are you impacting lives? How are you changing lives? How are you touching people? And it can be a motivational clip every day that bring about a change of mind, a change of perspective, a change in attitude, a change in somebody's character. When you understand the level of change, now you can help change somebody's life. But you first have to be changed by the impact that you provide. I need you to get that. You can be changed by the level of impact that you provide. And sometimes we think that what we have and what God has given us is specifically for somebody else. But you are the first partaker. You are the first person that your message, that your gifts and talents will change and touch. You are the first person. If I can't speak a word that can change my life, that can touch my life, I know it's not going to touch somebody else's. Because I understand that what I give out, I have to take first. I have to see that it's good. I have to see that it's effective. I have to see that it's powerful. Before I even come on a Facebook Live, before I even come on the stage, the word that I speak has to minister to me first. It has to convict me first. It has to get me to a place that I can change my mind before I even give it. There's been some times where I am very discouraged. But when I begin to open my mouth, the words that I speak touches me. It changes me. And it pulls me out of a place whether I was discouraged, whether I was wanting to give up or feeling like I want to give up or feeling down, whatever the case may be. I understand that my gifts and my talents have to touch me first so they can change me. Then number 3, it can bring about a transformation. Because the whole goal is to get your clients, your audience, to a place to where they are transformed. But that can't happen unless you are transformed first. It can't happen unless you are touched first. I want to motivate you today. I want you to see just how you are impacting the world. Just so you will see how you can potentially impact a broader audience by utilizing the 3 levels of impact. Is learning to touch them. Now that requires you to sit down and say, what do my audience struggle with? What do my audience go through? What brings my audience to tears? What is my audience staying up all night worried about? What is my audience searching on Google? What is on my audience heart that's weighing them so heavy? And how can I touch them in a way that'll bring about change, that can transform their life? When you understand those elements, then you can bring and develop content and messages that will touch them, to change them, to transform their life. When I understood this in my business, it caused me to dig more into my authentic self. It caused me to come out of not trying to be so professional, but to focus on being effective. And that is a difference. And sometimes when you're new, when you're just getting started, you want to sound right. You want to sound professional. You want to be presentable. You want to do all those different things. But you forget the key element of being effective. Effectiveness touches people, changes them, transform them. And when you understand that, then you can bring a greater level of impact. Then you can bring them to a place where they can say, so-and-so helped transform my life. God used so-and-so. And I forever be grateful for them. The biggest thing that I love to hear my clients say is that God used AB. I can sit back and say that this little girl that grew up on the east side of Detroit, that had all odds against her, this little girl grew up to be somebody great. She grew up. And I want you to look at yourself the same way. Look at yourself and say, this woman, this man grew up to be somebody special. When society has counted you out, when drugs and alcohol should have overtook your life, when prostitution should have took you out and ate you up, but it didn't. If molestation did not kill you, it won't. If being addicted to drugs did not kill you, it could not have. It did not have the power to take you out, but it had the power to bring about a change and transformation into your life so that you can speak those words and help somebody else transform their life. And when you understand those three components of impacting somebody's life, you are literally a force to be reckoned with. You are literally a game changer, a change agent for this world. You are literally a trailblazer, a trendsetter. When you understand that God put you on this earth to bring about a level of impact, you will no longer shrink back or dummy down. You will no longer sit back in a corner and say, God, when is my turn? But you understand and you rise up each and every day and say, I'm going to show up and I'm going to impact the world. I'm going to share my story. I'm going to give wisdom. I'm going to let people know what God did in my life to show them that God can do it in their life. And these are the steps. This is the method. This is the framework that I use. These are the tools that I use to impact my life so that I can impact your life. My greatest lessons is helping people change all over the world. My greatest failures turned out to be wisdom, nuggets to give to other people. And each and everything that you go through is another nugget for you to impact somebody else's life. Everything that you experience is God's way of showing you your purpose on a whole nother level. This is what I'm going through right now, and I'm telling you, it's building me. It's conditioning me. It's molding me. It's impacting me. It has touched me in a way that I never thought a situation could. Every time I go through something, I'm learning and learning more about me, growing into the higher version of me. And when you look at the impact that you are called to make in this world, you will first say, how can this impact my life so that I can impact others? How can I learn from my own mistakes so that I can show other people not to make the same mistakes? This is what speaking and coaching is all about. It's not a rocket science. It's our systems. It's a way of living. It's a way of being transparent. It's a way of being authentic. It's a way of you saying, God, use me. It's your way of saying, this is how I live life. This is how I'm walking out purpose. This is how God gets to use me. When you incorporate these levels of impact into your business, into your coaching, and everything that you do, you will begin to touch, change, and transform lives all over the world. Because you understand that the words I speak change me. The words that I say is touching me. Even as I'm doing this live right now, the words I'm speaking touching me. It's changing me. Because I understand what I speak, it comes back to me. When I speak life into you, life comes back to me. When I speak blessings into your life, blessings come back into my life. I understand that my impact is a seed that I'm planting in this world. It is a seed. And if I plant a seed and nourish it, that means I will bring about a harvest. The impact that you are making in this world are seeds that will come back to you in forms of blessings, forms of monetary gain, forms of exposure, forms of things that you would never even believe that you can have. These are seeds, the doors begin to open. Opportunities begin to come up for you. You got to understand that your impact blesses you first before it blesses anybody else. Getting serious about making impact in this season is so vital. Being serious about what you are called to do is so vital in this world. Your impact is so powerful that you cannot contain it any longer. It is time to unleash and unlock the impact that you have so that you can walk this thing out fully. So that you can walk this thing out and be all God has called you to be. Hello, Daphne. Hello, Walona. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You guys are going to have to go back and listen to the replay because I'm already almost to a closure. I'm talking about the 3 levels of impact and understanding how your impact flows, how your gifts and your talents operate. I know that I have the gift of training. I feel like I can train anybody to do anything as long as they're willing to learn, willing to unlearn, willing to be changed or be changed. And when you understand those levels of impact, you can literally add value, add substance to somebody else. We're talking about a Fire Girl impact. When you think about something that catches on fire, it impacts the way it looks. It impacts the way it functions. It impacts it. It brings about a force. It brings about a collision. You think about when somebody have an accident, the impact of the hit caused the woman to move from this place of the car to on the other side of the street because of the force of the impact. And that's how it is when you impact somebody else. They're here. But once you impact them, they're here now. They're no longer at the level that they were when you started. And when you understand that you can take somebody from here to here in their life or their business, you have effectively impacted their life. And if you're looking to level up in your impact, you're looking to dig deeper in your impact, I invite you to join the Her Fire Millionaire Mastermind, where I work with my clients bi-weekly. Prayers, meditation, strategy sessions, brainstorming sessions, branding sessions, whatever it takes to help them develop their impact, build their business so that they can change the world. And if you're looking for that level of accountability, you say, I understand these Facebook Lives, these are good. You drop some small nuggets, but I want to go deeper. I'm ready to go higher. I'm ready to go further. If you want to go fast, you can go alone. You can learn alone. But if you want to go far, now you need a community, because that community is going to push you further that you can ever realize, because it brings about a level of impact. Sometimes we look for temporary change and not lasting change. I'm in a season where I'm past the hype. I'm past the cliches. That I need something that's going to touch me in ways that I never thought it can touch me. I need to hear some words that's going to change and shape the trajectory of my life. I'm looking to be under leadership and be around people where my life is transformed, where my life is no longer recognizable, that my life and my zip code and everything about me changes. Everything about me transformed. That's what I'm looking for in this season. I'm looking for women who say, I am ready for that level of impact. I am ready not to recognize my life. I am ready to not recognize when I look at myself in the mirror, I see a completely different person. Those are the women that I want to work with in this season. Women who are really available and ready for that level of change, of impact. I understand that you're comfortable. I understand that you want to go at your own pace. I understand that you want to be in control. I understand that you overthink. But what I also understand, that you've been there too long. You've been overthinking too long. You've been stuck for too long. You've been wavering too long. You've been in a valley of decision making for too long. Now it's really time to make the decision to say, you know what? I want my life to be transformed. When I look at my clients and we travel with the Her Fire Tour, they could have never imagined them traveling the world, impacting lives. They could have never imagined themselves on a stage. Never imagined themselves. This year, we hit international borders. We doing the Her Fire cruise to Bahamas. Women who have never thought that God can use them in this capacity because they have been overlooked, underestimated, devalued. And now God is using them to impact others that feels the same way. They've been in the same state of mind. They've been in the same place emotionally. Now God is using them because I decided, just like when you decide to say, you know what? I want that level of impact. I want to make that level of impact in my business. I know I've been playing around. I know I've been making so many excuses. I know. Now it's your time. So I invite you to join the Her Fire Millionaire Mastermind group coaching so that you can be around a community of women that's going to believe in you, that's going to push you, that's going to hold you accountable so that you can have everything that you need for your business. Is it going to happen overnight? Nothing does. Would it happen instantly? Nope. Your results depends on what you put into it. If you put in 100%, you get 100%. But it requires you to show up and make the step. The links is in the description box to join the Her Fire Millionaire Mastermind, as well as all the trainings that I offer. You can take advantage of those so that you can get to the place if you're making the level of impact that you want to make. And I hope you guys have enjoyed today's Fire Girl Masterclass Series. You guys be blessed, and be blessed. The Fire Girl Masterclass Series. Click the link, share, comment. Let me know where you're listening from. Let me know what platform that you are listening from. Set your reminders. Subscribe. All those amazing things that you do. Tag your friends. Tag your sisters. Because look, I am coming with these masterclass series on a weekly basis. Sometimes daily, about however the case may be. But I